Okay, so today we are coming to talk about equation of motion on an inclined plane. Yes. Oh, the first equation is solving the Newton's equation up and down. When the body is thrown vertically upwards, downwards, we know that for upwards now, for upwards, our equation of motion V is equal to what U minus what GT, right? Yes, 1. 2, S is equal to UT minus, yeah, for here we are dealing with vertically upwards and downwards. So you will use H instead of S as distance. So over here is height. Yes. Minus what? Half GT what? Squared, right? Then the third one, V squared equals U squared minus 2GH, where we know that the V is the final what? Velocity, initial velocity, and G is acceleration due to what? Gravity. So approximation is 9.8 meter per second squared, since it is acceleration squared, or 10 meter per second what? Squared. Okay. So that is that. So the same concept here. Over here, we don't have angle. Do you get it? Because it is on a straight line. The body is on a straight line. If it is up, it's moving up. No angle. So the angle is 90. If it's moving like this, it is 90, moving like this. So basically, we don't consider the 90 is perpendicular, so we don't have any problem with that. Do you get it? But whenever the object is moving with an angle, then sine, cosine will come. Yeah, we can use tan inverse here, but here you use tan. Most of us say tan inverse, in tan theta, but we are not going to use tan. We are going to use sine and cosine when we have an inclined plane. Do you get it? So when the body is moving, making an angle apart from 90 degrees, then you resolve it. Do you get it? Yeah. That is the idea. Because if it is 90, we are considering 90. Sine 90 1. Sine 90. 1. Do you get it? Sine 90 is what? 1. That is why sometimes you will not see any, and cos 90 is 0. When the body is moving upwards, the horizontal, we don't consider the horizontal line. If your body is moving in horizontal line, we don't consider the vertical line. Do you get it? So this is motion in an inclined plane. So for upwards without any angle, move straight direction. This is upwards, and the downwards is what? 1. We have V is equal to U plus what? GT. 2. H is equal to UT minus A plus what?
Half GT
squared. Then 3. V squared is equal to U squared plus 2GH. Yes. The reason being is that I told you that when a body is moving upwards, it's like there's a force of gravity pulling the object down. While they're going against the force of gravity, that is why we have the negative. We going with the direction of the force of gravity. When you go to higher level, like university level, you indicate the direction. That if right now our direction is down here, so G is moving down. That's the direction. G is moving down. But for higher level in physics or mathematical physics, you will show the direction. But with this particular question they are solving, another concept at the SHS level, we are going to use our direction downwards. So since this one is moving, first acceleration due to gravity is moving downwards, by all means, we are going to get what? This one to be negative because it is moving opposite to the force of acceleration due to gravity. Do you get it? this one, when the body is moving from top to down freely, you are going to get positive because it is moving in the direction of acceleration due to gravity. Are you following? Up and down. And we said that when a body is moving in an horizontal distance, it doesn't experience force of gravity. It doesn't experience G. So okay, it doesn't experience G. Into another no, instead of equation, or anything's equation of motion that you know, that is V is equal to U plus what? A. T. We have A. Do you get it? We have A. We don't have G. But this one is up and down, moving up when you throw objects. When you drop objects, is due to acceleration. Yes, it is acceleration, but that acceleration is due to gravity. But this one, we don't have any gravity influencing up and down. The body is not moving up and down. It's moving in horizontal. So if it is moving horizontal, if it is a car, the accelerator now can't be moving. The accelerator now, that is the area talking about acceleration. But this type of acceleration is due to gravity. That is why it is constant 9.8 meter per second squared or 10 meter per second squared. Saclay, French food. Okay. And the other day I told you that when we have uniform acceleration, all the equation is correct or it exists. But when it's non-uniform acceleration, equation, it is equation in V is equal to this, S is equal to UT plus half AT squared, V squared is equal to U squared plus 2AS. On the hand, we are using height because it's up and down, height, moving height. But this one, horizontally, we are dealing with what we call distance like this. That is why we use S. So it's like we are using the same concept here to build up. When we have uniform acceleration, then this formula holds. These formulas, it holds. But if there is not, or if there is no uniform acceleration, that is non-uniform acceleration on your geometrium. Do you get it? The formula you use is for uniform acceleration. So this equation, U is equal to U plus AT, S is equal to UT plus half AT squared. All the formulas that we have here do not or doesn't exist when we have non-uniform acceleration. Do you get it? The uniform acceleration, the time rate of change in what? The time rate of change in velocity is what? Constant. Are you following me?
Yes, sir.
Okay, yes. So since we are dealing with this one, this particular question, the equation of motion on inclined plane, this particular topic is an angles. It involves angles. Yeah, it involves angles. So we involve angles there, then we have to take angles into consideration. So I have two diagrams here, one diagram, another diagram. But considering this object here, these are the objects. Object here, or inclined plane though, me find the hallway, na me the marker, that wall. This is the plane, the building. This. So this is an inclined plane. Do you get it? We are inclined plane. We know more inclined plane. Do you get me there? Into object in the grab then it will fall. So we are considering object moving an inclined plane. So if the body object is on inclined plane, do you get it? How are you going to solve the problem? Do you get it? Right now, when an object is moving upwards and downwards, right now we know how to solve the problem. When an object is moving horizontally, we know how to solve the problem. But right now, since your body is on inclined plane, how would you solve the problem? Do you get it? That's the problem. You put your kill out. And since it is on inclined plane, there will be an angle. There will be an angle. Let me show you. Do you know that this angle here is the same as the angle here? The angle here is the same as the angle here. I'll show you. Some of a point here over here. Begin to drop it. The man making the line inclined plane like something like this. Oh, something like this. So I started them will drop inclined plane. No, I be straight pay. I be a pay. A bone there. This angle will be like this. About top. So make a drag we are. Me drag we are about to that. On then about for pepe. That is why this angle is equal to this angle. Are you following? Yes. Until trying to close the angle for angle to be 0, which is me close to me for me dragging it down, me drag way more about that. This one will also close. Do you get it? That is the idea. It tells you that this angle is equal to this angle. Mama kind of what I say. Me so we dragging. This is the angle making. Me dragging. What you do? We so when the more me dragging we or shifting we so shifting we close. So it tells you that this angle is the same as this angle. One more. If you have something like you do the practical and for you to see, and this one. When an object is an inclined plane like this, we know on the opera for inclined plane into opera for wide or cosine. That is why we have acceleration to be negative g. Acceleration due to gravity because gravity will pull the number down. So we are going to have negative. Are you following? Yeah. The same thing when you are moving like this, it's like force of gravity will pull number. So you are going to get positive g. Cycle French for me. Okay, here's how we will tackle this problem. Right now, we know that this angle is equal to this angle. This angle is equal to this angle. The body is moving upwards. The arrow here is telling you that the body is moving upward. If the body is moving upward, then it will experience what? It will experience what? Force of gravity. So this means that you are going to get negative. When the body is moving downwards, it is moving with the force of gravity. Acceleration due to force of gravity, which is positive g already because mature direction there moving down. But we are not going to show you any direction. On and there, yeah, better. When the better, so they make the direction. We show it down. But force of gravity, just assuming that the force of gravity acts downwards, so the direction is downwards. That is all. Okay. Why are we having g equals theta sin theta of infra? The reason is that when a body is moving like this, the angle don't have any angle. When a body is moving like this, you don't have any angle. Yes. But when a body is moving like this, we make an angle per. If I'm considering this to be g, we know g here, or then we resolve because body will only move. The body here is moving with respect to horizontal and vertical. Vertical and horizontal. Do you get it? On the Samukode, on the Obiabonde, I'm moving in the horizontal direction, vertical direction. If I'm moving like this, Obiabonde, I'm moving in the horizontal direction. But Mokode, you know why the Mokode, you see, I'm moving like this. At the same time, I'm going up, but still I'm covering a distance horizontally. The same time to the same thing here. I'm covering a distance here. Mama what I say? Intimokode why the mokwa asing sanso koto intimo cover distance so I said now top of them. So you are going to get a two side of the G. So if you are using SOHCAHTOA, opposite over the hypotenuse will give you what? Sine. So sine what? Theta is equal to what? Opposite, which is find that aha y, aha x, right? Are you following? So sine theta is equal to y over the hypotenuse, which is what? G, right? So from this, sine theta is equal to the opposite of this. Into angle or opposite way, opposite of y. So y over there, which is so. One more. Okay. If this is that, when you make y the subject straightforward, this is over 1. 1 times this y. G times this is equal to g sine what? Theta. So you will see that the y here will be g sine what? theta, because angle is involved. And considering this is adjacent to that, this angle. So adjacent to with what? Hypotenuse. So I end up by ka, which is cos ka.
Adjacent over.
Cos, yes, cos theta is equal to what? Adjacent over the hypotenuse, which is g. So this is over 1. So 1 times x. G times cos theta. G cos what? Theta. One more. So that is why here we have x to be g cos theta, g sin theta, and sin theta. From theta.
Sin theta.
Yeah, sin theta. Okay, so that is the idea of. Okay, let's move on. So the concept here, so we are going to resolve this problem using this intimation. That is that. Inti or a BBD. So this becomes our G. The hypotenuse here is the G. So this angle is opposite to that. So opposite over the G. On over the sine. Are you following? And why? We know matter theta. We know hypotenuse. We draw a line order, and this line is corresponding to this line.
So theta na show on film.
We. I'm gonna want to find theta. Are you following? Okay. So if we draw a line about correspond to this wire, this line, parallel to this line. Should we move on?
Yes.
Yes. So this angle here, this angle is opposite to what? This one. And this one is the what? So let me use this to be the x and this to be what? Y. Follow. I'm using this to be x and this to be y. Okay, so this angle sine theta is equal to what? X over what? The hypotenuse, which is what? G. So over here, this is over 1 times x, g times sine theta. Even you have x is equal to g sine theta. So that is why I had your sine. This line is the same as this line. We will move it. But mama calculating is what? Positive. Somebody and the body is moving down there. If the body is moving up, I have to negate it. That is the concept. So I have me and wire. I'm going to have adjacent. This angle is adjacent to this. So cos the angle theta is equal to what? Adjacent. Y over what? G. So when I make y the subject, I'm going to get what? G cos what? Theta. That is why on the line not down, or correspond to G cos theta. One more.
Yes.
We are just writing it. There's a proof towards that. And the same thing. This becomes our x because of y the horizontal. One over the inclined plane, they are horizontal. But the reason is that here I had a positive number because we assume the direction is moving towards this. The direction is moving upwards. So after that, I will negate it. Over here, you are going to use the same concept. Theta here, this is x, this is what? Y. So when you solve it, you are going to get this and that as the angle. On we use we made a channel. I use this concept to teach you. This is X, this is Y, and this is the G. So angle, also we are going to get G equals theta, Y is equal to G sine theta. So always we are for the first quadrant. Here we are. This is the first quadrant. First quadrant, second, third, and fourth quadrant. For the first quadrant, always we are. If you are resolving any vector, I have about if vector v obey v cos theta, I have no y, I have no y. I have a g. They be on a higher v cos theta, I have a v sine what? Theta. Are you following? Okay. So since we've proved that when an object is an inclined plane, on an inclined plane, this is what you are going to get. You are going to get the one moving horizontally to the inclined plane, which is negative g sine theta, and the one moving towards the inclined plane, which is the g cos theta. Since we have the idea, we are going to apply the concept. So the upwards, this one we're not having any angle, but since you have form angle number into one, obey v is equal to u minus upwards no be minus into honor elevation, why the elevation minus g into be minus g what angle. What angle are we going to use? Okay, so the equations of the motion of an inclined plane making an angle theta, that is for a body moving upwards, that is A, we have V is equal to U minus G sine theta, H is equal to UT minus half G sine theta T squared. Then the last one, V squared is equal to U squared minus 2 G sine theta H. Then the B is when the body is moving downwards, that is, it's moving with acceleration due to gravity. So you are going to get positive. Moving up experiences as opposite gravity, which is negative. So that's the equation. So whenever a question is given, you just use the equation to solve the problem.